Welcome to Graspable AI, the place where you can find videos about AI aimed for teachers. In this video, I'm going to talk about and give you some practical examples about how to use AI for ideation, creating ideas, improving ideas, things like that. And I'm going to start at the wider picture because we have 4 different ways that AI affects education. We have AI as a learning tool, AI as a tool for administrative tasks for you as teacher outside the actual teaching. We have AI as content in education, the urgent, one of the urgent aspects, and then we have system level effects on education. And in this presentation, we're actually focusing on these 2 at the same time because I think that AI as content in education is really important, but a lot of the things that students should learn about AI is also things that teachers and other school staff have use of when it comes to using AI. So learning AI could be many different things. I'm just gonna pop them up here. One of them, only one of them, is like using AI as a practical tool for achieving stuff. You have a lot of other things that students should learn as well, but we're focusing on this one right now. And among all the stuff you can use AI as a tool for, we're going to focus on ideation and innovation. Right, with that out of the way, just to get the wider picture of what we're doing here. Some things that some ways you can use AI for creating, generating, improving ideas. One of them is taking an idea you have, an example you have, and generalizing from it. Here's an old math problem I created some decade ago or so, and maybe I want to create new math problems, new math tests, stuff like that. I could take this image, feed it to a chatbot, and say, here's an exercise I made for my students. Can you draft 10 more exercises that address the same mathematical concepts at the same level of difficulty? And the chatbot interprets this image and then provides me a number of examples, 10 more examples of how I could probe the knowledge of my students. And these are drafts. I should consider them drafts that I can evaluate, pick the stuff I find most useful, and improve them and make them better. Because oftentimes we should consider AI a junior assistant that is very eager to do work for me, but we can't really trust the result we get back. All right, so this is one way, taking an example and generalizing from providing other examples based on it. I can expand on this further. Thank you. Can you create 3 exercises that are substantially easier and 3 that are substantially more difficult? So I take the same problem and make it easier or more difficult. And then take this AI to just help my ideas get flowing, or maybe some of the ideas I get back from this one is actually great and I can use it right off, but oftentimes it's just something I can start and continue working with, like this. And of course you might not be a math teacher, but you have to generalize to your own subject or something else that you're doing outside of teaching. All right, thanks again. Can you draft 5 more exercises focusing on the same mathematical concepts at the same difficulty level as the original example, but with a context that is relevant for students aiming for a job in tourism? This is, math. I have a background in teaching math, and it's sometimes and often a challenge to find the right context and situations for math problems for me, because I'm not into tourism, I'm not into cooking, I'm not into engineering, car mechanics and stuff like that. And having a chatbot helping me finding the contexts that are more relevant for students is useful. So that's another way you could use this to bring about ideas to work with. All right, sunscreen effectiveness, fridge in a hostel that has broken down, I guess, no. Tour bus, and the actual examples, the actual replies I get here are not that interesting, but it's more like showing the ideas of how you can use this to get some stuff back and then continue iterating on this to improve stuff. All right, so that's one example, taking an idea you have, an example you have, and iterating on it to improve it, to tweak it in different ways. You can also have like pure brainstorming. Chatbots are brilliant brainstormers, even when you put harsh constraints on them. And as I say, it's great for getting unstuck, just to keep moving with idea creation. All right, so what could this be? Well, here is a plan for 4 lessons on photosynthesis, grade 7. I want to give the students an unusual and inspiring homework. Give me 10 ideas described in 1 sentence each. So brainstorming together with this AI is, well, one way you can use it for ideation. And I can continue iterating on this, of course. In this case, I'm going to give it pretty harsh constraints. Please give me 10 more ideas. Don't be afraid to think outside the box. Also, I forgot to mention that all the students are visually impaired. So 10 ideas, some of them outside the box when it comes to homework on photosynthesis. It's not something I could do even if I got an hour, I guess, and the chatbot can present ideas in a few seconds. Don't expect them to be perfect. When brainstorming, the idea is to get a lot of ideas and then you can refine and improve from there. Okay. Getting feedback on ideas is also a great way of using AI for ideation. So you have something, a product, an idea, a concept that you can describe, and then you can get some good feedback on it. Great way of doing this is to provide as much detail, be as elaborate as you want to in an initial prompt, and then also use the follow-up dialogue to iterate and move further along in the direction you're interested in. So here is a lesson plan for photosynthesis, of course, grade 7. Can you give me feedback? What is good and what should I improve? This is a kind of a general prompt. And when I use a general prompt, I get general feedback from the chatbot, which is sometimes fine. You can take this general feedback and steer it towards the direction you're interested in. For example, here they say, well, suggesting improvements. We have students' misconceptions, for example, this 4th bullet here. Maybe that's something I latch on to and I'm interested in improving my lesson plan based on student misconceptions. Then I can just ask, what are common misconceptions when it comes to photosynthesis, grade 7? And then I continue ideating, idea creation with this chatbot. I think this, well, yeah. This is useful, can help you move along much quicker if you have a chatbot to work together with like this. But you could also provide this lesson plan for photosynthesis, grade 7. Give me and ask for particular feedback, like give me feedback that helps me improve the plan. I'm particularly interested in engaging all students. Some kids in the class have difficulties focusing more than a few minutes at a time, and I really need to capture their attention. Go. All right, so what do we have here? That provides me some ideas what is, of how I can improve this to capture the attention of kids with a short span of attention. Much more detailed, of course, and more focused on the stuff I'm interested in than in the first general prompt. But sometimes you don't really know where to, what kind of feedback you're interested in, then general feedback is fine. Sometimes you're more interested in, we have kids with problems with Swedish or English as their first language. How can I make this more accessible to those? Or we're going to have, a number of different things that could happen or is relevant for your situation. Right. An exercise for this video as well. Your exercise this time is to improve a lesson plan. Take a lesson that you will conduct in the next few days, describe it to a chatbot, and use the chatbot to find ways to improve that lesson in a way that actually works for you and your class. And the challenge here is to spend at most 10 minutes on this. This is not, for this exercise, try to do it quickly and get some spend most 10 minutes to actually improve your lesson plan. All right, good luck. Thanks for watching. See you in the next video.